Welcome Detective, and this is the channel where you hear me talk about technology. Today, we are talking about the 50 series, NVIDIA's next leap into AI generation graphics cards, or AI generated graphics cards, I should say, because they're mostly AI. So first of all, I just want to say these cards are looking incredibly good. But there is one catch to these new cards that is good and has some bads to it too. So first of all, they released the 5070, 5070 Ti, 5080, and 5090. And damn, do they ever look fire. Let me tell you, these cards are crazy good too. The performance, I'd say, is at least, what is it? What I heard is 80% or maybe 50%, somewhere in that range, which is crazy compared to the 40 series. I already bought a 40 series graphics card, but I'm considering upgrading. I have a 4070 Ti. I might upgrade. I'm just saying. And from what I've seen from the FPS average on these cards is insane. And then we go on to the 5070. Now here's the thing. The 5070 is seeming like a great card. The thing is $500 or $550, right? And it has the power of the beast 4090. That is insane. The 4090 retails for about $2,000, which is crazy, right? But yet this card somehow performs like the 4090. How though? How are they getting away with this much price, right? How are they getting away with $500 compared to $2,000, right? Well, if you look into it just slightly, for starters, the 5070 has less VRAM than the 4090. Of course it does. You know, you're paying for the VRAM, right? Like in that 4090, right? You are paying for that VRAM, which makes a lot of sense. But however, the 5070 has GDDR7 VRAM, which is crazy compared to GDDR6X VRAM. It is a massive upgrade in the GPU scaling list, okay? So that is part of the reason why they can get away with having less VRAM in performance for having better VRAM, right? So you have less VRAM, you take away a bit of VRAM, but you make that VRAM that you already have better. So I get that part. Okay, that's what I get about this, is that I totally get why this could perform like a 4090 now, right? But does it actually? Well, yes and no. Here's the thing. The 4090 compared to the 5090, 5090 almost gets double the FPS, right? So of course you're thinking, okay, well, the 5070 will perform the same as the 4090, but here's the catch. The 5070 has The 5070 has DLSS 4 rendering, which basically means it is an AI upscale rendering that generates frames. And the issue with this is that it only works on certain games. So the games that it's not going to work on, it's not even going to perform as the 4090. The 5070 will not perform as the 4090 in those certain games. I'm going to bet right now that is the case, because not all games are going to support DLSS, especially that higher upscaling to it. And this goes for all the cards too. Like, don't get me wrong. They're still going to be like beasts, right? Those FPS counts aren't exactly true in standards, right? Because they're AI. It's basically AI enhanced, right? To make those frames go up. Getting back to the entire 50 series line here is that all of them, the whole 50 series lineup is the same price or same equal price to the 40 series. So at this point I'm going, should I just buy a 50 series graphics card? What's stopping me from doing it, right? It honestly, even though I'm saying the AI upscaling won't work on every game, these cards are still gonna be hefty. Don't kid yourself. They are going to be the hefty of the hefty. And I'm pretty sure they're marked at least $50 lower than the base price of the 40 series. So what's stopping me from going, oh, well, 40 series or 50 series? I'm totally going 50 series. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? So will I be buying a 50 series? Most likely, yes. I really want to see what it lives up to with its name and with the DLSS and that frame rendering, because it's going to be very interesting to see how it performs in the games that actually support it versus the games that don't support it. Because we have seen the games that support it, but we haven't yet to see the games that don't support it. So this is a wait and see thing. But I think otherwise these are looking like good cards. Like NVIDIA, I wasn't too happy with the 40 series, don't get me wrong. I still bought it, yes. But these cards, 50 series, are looking good. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sorry, but you can't say they're not looking good. Sure, there's some minor claims in there that might not even be true in the end, right? Like the 5070 comparing to 4090, because it almost for certain won't compare in the games that it can't use DLSS 4. The 4090 will get probably more frames in those games that 5070 can't support that AI frame generation. So all I have to decide now is I'm not going for the 5090. That's crazy. That's crazy price, right? That's $2,000. And I live in Canada. That's more. That's close to 2,800, right? So my next option goes to the fact of, should I buy the 5080 or should I buy the 5070? Because I would love to test both, but I can only test one. So we'll have to find out. We'll have to wait and see. That's a hard choice. And I want to see what's going to happen. Like what's the comparison rate in the normal games that can't support it. And yeah, that's about it. Well, in the comments, if you guys could tell me anything that you guys have to add, that would be great. And otherwise, have a wonderful day. And we will be talking more about this, I'm sure, in the future. Anyways, later. Peace.